West Indian hurricane slashes the North Atlantic coast. A huge tidal wave rolled in with the 100-mile-an-hour blast of the tropical storm. This is Providence, Rhode Island. Almost unheard of for an equatorial hurricane to sweep and raid so far north as Canada. So here you see the almost incredible, a hurricane in New England. Putnam, Connecticut, the flood that came with the tempest. There have been 5 days of rain when the hurricane blew, fury of the wind accompanied by a tremendous downpour. The Quinebaug River in Massachusetts. Streams turned into torrents, pour into rivers which burst their banks. Flood damage everywhere. The havoc of water added to destruction by wind. Disaster to bridges. The power of water swept away the whole section of this bridge. Railroad tracks washed out. Glastonbury, Connecticut. The church steeple blew down. The storm devastated towns cut off from the outside world. Telephone and telegraph wires flattened. Communications down everywhere. Hartford, Connecticut. The telephone company says the hurricane caused the greatest damage to communications in telephone history. Telephone building flooded. Communities isolated. So for a long time, hurricane episodes remained unknown until the delayed stories came through as lines were repaired. Port Washington, Long Island. Millionaire station for palatial yachts. Not so palatial now, these yachts. Ripped from anchorage by the terrific wind and hurled inland. Hurled right across the highway. Greenport, Long Island, a fashionable shore resort. Fallen trees and telephone poles and smashed automobiles. Shore resorts suffered the most. West Hampton, Long Island. There, a fashionable and exclusive colony called the Dunes lies utterly destroyed. Millionaire cottages swept out to sea, others blown into wreckage and debris. The hurricane hit towns never built to withstand the blast of tropical hurricanes. In southern lands, they build for hurricanes. But why should they here? Whoever expected that the wind demon of the West Indies would strike so far north? New London, Connecticut, on fire. Buildings wrecked by the wind, and flames broke out. To the devastation of wind and water is added the ravage of fire. That steel girder, softened and bent by the tremendous heat. The hurricane caused loss of lives by the hundreds and damage in the hundreds of millions. Catastrophe as complete as unexpected. The havoc to boats and shipping is fantastic. Vessels hurled ashore in crazy confusion. Nightmare scenes in the wake of a freak of nature. A West Indian hurricane on northern shores. Ship on the railroad track.